Hello, this is Julian with Coffee Reviews, and today I will be reviewing Barista Parlor out of Nashville, Tennessee. I am currently outside of their location on Magazine Street, and I will be trying their Las Nubes number 256. It's a very, very special cup of coffee. It's a natural Colombia Geisha. So let me go ahead and get right into this. All right, very rare cup of coffee. I can't even begin to explain, talk about this cup of coffee. It's only on pre-order right now, so they're not even selling their bag of coffee yet. It came up to $10 before tip, $12 after tip, so it's 8 ounces for $12 cup of coffee. All right, let me go ahead and talk about Barista Parlor. So I've been here before, this specific shop too, and this is why I wanted to go back to this shop. I walked by one yesterday and they look really nice. Barista Parlor was a suggestion by one of my barista friends a couple years back before I headed to Nashville for the first time. She said it was one of her favorite coffee shops in Nashville, one of her favorite coffee shops ever. The interior is beautiful. I think it's one of the nicer shops. I think it's the nicest looking shop on the inside from what I've seen in Nashville, which is saying a lot. There are some really, really cool shops. Their Barista Parlors seem to be set up the same. All very, very lovely shops. Great interior design on them. Nice exterior design as well. And if there's noise in the background, it's because I'm surrounded by construction, so there's a lot of construction noise everywhere in Tennessee. Nashville, anyway. All right, let me go ahead and talk a little bit more about Barista Parlor, though, as a whole. When I came here a couple years ago, I was actually thoroughly underwhelmed. I had such high expectations. The shop was beautiful. I got the cup of coffee and I was a tiny bit let down. I wish I remembered what it was, but I kind of came out with that experience that Barista Parlor was one of my least favorite of the big coffee roasters out in Nashville. The second I saw this coffee on the menu, I knew that this was something I absolutely had to try. And something this rare, not all coffee shops ever have an offering like this. I've known plenty of coffee roasters that never offer a geisha, especially something of this quality, something this rare. So in a sense, this is both a liability and an advantage. It's a liability because the expectation and standard for this coffee is much higher than any normal coffee, but at the same time, you're delivering me something that's unique and special. And I know I can already talk about this coffee, and I can actually say I'm astounded. I wanted to give them the benefit of the doubt, and I wanted to say maybe things will get better, and maybe the second time I come here, it'll be a lot better. And they hit this on the mark. This is spectacular. A very, very spectacular cup of coffee. And I know I've been saying that a lot about Nashville, but I have high standards for what I'm expecting for places like this, and if they're still surpassing them, then they're doing an outstanding job. They did an outstanding job with this coffee. I was expecting something maybe a little bit more light, a little bit more neutral, but this is so well done evenly across. It's very vibrant. You're not getting too much of an acidic finish, and it's got such a strong, strawberry rose to it. That's incredible. I'm seriously blown away. Anything I had negative thoughts about with Barista Parlor before has really been changed by this coffee. I know they have an advantage by having a nicer offering right here, and I would love to try some of their other things, some other places to visit though. And this right here though is special. This is one of the best cups of coffee I've had in this entire channel altogether. I'm going to give Barista Parlor definitely a recommend. They have whatever negativity I had, they've completely redeemed themselves with this cup of coffee. As far as this cup of coffee goes, it's $50 for a box of this cup of coffee. That being said, I could actually see myself buying this because this cup of coffee that they served me, they put it through a Chemex, which I think is unusual. I think most of their coffees they just kind of do with a pour over, but they know how special this cup of coffee is, and it hits the mark. A very, very clean cup of coffee, very spectacular. recommend for this coffee shop, highly recommend for this cup of coffee, this bag of coffee. This has been a review of Barista Parlor. Thank you for watching.